To be incapable of being conquered, overcome, or defeated. That's what it means to be. In the past few seasons, Invincible has been a lot of battles and took a lot, and I mean a lot, of unnecessary damage. Invincible tends to hold back when he fights for several reasons, primarily tied to his morality, inexperience, and emotional conflict. Mark was raised as a human and values life deeply. Unlike Viltrumites, who see strength as the ultimate measure of worth, he tries to avoid unnecessary death and collateral damage. He doesn't want to become like his father, Omni-Man. But why is Mark invincible? His remarkable strength primarily stems from his Viltrumite heritage, which includes immense physical strength, durability, rapid healing, and ability to fly. These abilities are a natural part of his genetics. Additionally, his constant training, experience in combat, and personal determination helps him push to his limits and improves over time. Even though he sometimes hesitates due to his human side and morale concern, his drive to protect and grow only sharpens his ability further. He often hesitates because he doesn't fully understand his own limits, fearing he might kill someone if he goes all out. Many of his fights involve people he knows or those who manipulated him into fighting, whether it's his father, friends, or even enemies with tragic backstories. Mark struggles to unleash his full power unless absolutely necessary. Sometimes, Mark holds back because he believes he can win without going all out, or because he wants to avoid escalating a situation. He often tries reasoning before resorting to extreme violence. I believe Mark holding back has bit him in the ass multiple times, especially when he didn't kill Anstrom, and he bought the other Marks from different universes and caused pure mayhem throughout his world, even hurting the love of his life, Eve. A lot of his battles where he took serious damage mostly come against Viltrumites. Like, first up, Omni-Man. Well, I kind of understand this one. He really want to fight his father, but Omni-Man did not hold back. He was literally almost beaten to death, broken ribs, internal bleeding, and multiple fracture. Like I said before, Mark refused to fight his father, who ruthlessly pummeled him to prove that humans are weak and that his resistance is futile. And that fight left Mark in a coma for weeks. And let's not forget that scene when Omni-Man held up Invincible in Chicago in that train. Oh my God, that was so freaking brutal. Don't forget his next fight against another Viltrumite, Anicia, where he was bruised and beaten, emotionally and physically traumatized. That fight was a one-sided fight. And don't forget Anicia, who's a Viltrumite warrior, easily overpowered Marks, asserting dominance. This is one of the most disturbing fights in the entire series so far. And then we get the season finale, Conquest versus Invincible. Like I said before, I understand why he took so much damage. A fellow Viltrumite. His jaw was broken, eyes swollen shut, ribs shattered, and nearly killed. Conquest, who is an elite Viltrumite warrior, brutally beats Mark, breaking his bones and nearly killing him. Mark barely survives this battle until he had to use his strength to kill Conquest. Like I said before, against Viltrumites, you cannot hold back. You have to go all out. And there's times where he holds back, which really just pisses me off. Mark is so lucky that the Viltrumite DNA gives him enhanced healing, but many of these battles push him to his limits, showing that even someone as powerful as Invincible isn't indestructible. When Invincible goes over Viltrumites, I understand they're in the same playing field. But during season 3, there were some fights that didn't make sense to me why Invincible got hurt or took some damage. After the training of season 3, flying to the moon and back, his strength improving by 150%, he fucking gets captured by Doc Sosmic. I'm like, bro, you're doing all this training and you get caught by this fucking lame ass? And then, oh my God, let's not talk about the mythical dragon. Our guy was struggling for his life. Again, stop holding back. There's prisoners escaping. Like, your main focus is beat the dragon's ass and get the prisoners back in there. And then when he got impaled by one of the teeth by the dragon, I'm like, bro, again, you're lucky you had the Viltrumite enhanced healing. Because again, you could have been taken out by a goddamn mythical dragon. Like I said before, go all out. Let's not talk about Powerplex. I know the situation with his family dying in Chicago because of Omni-Man Invincible, but if he would have went all out, I know that every time you hit him, he gets stronger. But again, for you not going all out, look what happened. He burned his family alive, and then Powerplex just got even more mad at you and hated you, resented you even more. And there's been times throughout, season 3 where Eve was getting hurt. Like, bro, like, this is your wife. I understand she's a superhero, but if you truly want to protect her, you have to go all out. You cannot hold back. And like I said before, Marx needs to understand that he doesn't live in the Dragon Ball verse. People are not coming back. And every time he's not taking the situation serious, people will get severely hurt and die. And this happened multiple times throughout the seasons of Invincible. Invincible's journey is not just about physical battles. is also a mental and emotional one. The series explores how Mark Grayson copes with the heavy physiological toll of being a superhero. Mark often engages in retrospective, questioning his actions, motivations, and the morality behind the violence he sometimes must commit, and doubt that come with making life-altering decisions, keeping him grounded even after traumatic events. The constant struggle in his normal life as a teenager and his role as a superhero creates inner conflict. Mark learns over time that integrating these parts of his identity, not suppressing one in favor of the other, is essential for maintaining a sense of self. Also, family, friends, and trusted ally play a crucial role in helping him cope, whether it's conversations with close friends like Eve or seeking guidance from his mom. These relationships often offer emotional support that helps him navigate through stress and isolation. Mark has faced several traumatic events, from brutal fights and personal losses. Instead of letting these events break him, he often uses them as lessons to grow, both physically and mentally. His determination to improve and do better fuels his recovery from mental and emotional setbacks. Even the burden of saving lives feel overwhelming. Mark learns to accept responsibility as part of his role. This acceptance doesn't remove the pain or doubt, but it provides him with a framework to channel his struggles into a driving force for becoming a better hero. Overall, while Invincible certainly endures moments of doubt, fear, and depression, his journey is about evolving, learning to balance his human vulnerabilities with the strength needed to protect others. This nuanced portrayal is part of what makes his character resonate with many viewers. I believe after his epic battle with Conquest, Invincible needs to stop holding back and take down his enemies quickly, or he will continue to lose the people he loved. Because who will be next? Oliver? His mother, because he held back? I wonder what's going to happen moving forward in Invincible, because I believe he will continue to lose people. But comment below, do you agree with me that Invincible needs to stop holding back? Until next time.